Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Kendez has a very appropriate background for the time of the month and the time of the day. Looking so nice up there. Let's go ahead and head on into Collectively Rewilding. Hi. Tons of great stuff going on. Let's just start right in. Miss Tammy, why don't you tell everyone about the partial success that you've had today in regards to this problematic area on your property?
Well, a few days ago we had like this storm, and my salt cedars in my front yard were hitting my power lines. So I called Edison, my electricity company, and they came out a couple of times because they're saying that a couple of salt cedars are like on the city property, and like I still don't understand that. I'm still gonna have to call my county because I just don't understand what they
Well,
meant
we'll
by
work
that.
on all of that during our community outreach class. Okay, so
Yeah.
try to make it regularly. I'm going to work on things for what I'm doing and other people are doing when they're interested in it. But I definitely want to spend some time helping you try to find a solution for this issue
Yeah,
that you're dealing with,
yeah,
right?
because they're just freaking annoying, and I just don't think they're attractive for my yard. So I want them I want them cut. So they came down today and they
So they're kind of
partially.
problematic too, not only in
Oh
regards to the
yeah.
power lines, but like, aren't they pulling down your hills and some
Oh
things
yeah,
too?
they're just like a
And for those of
nightmare.
you who have never spent time in California, there are a lot of hills, and not just in San Francisco, though that was crazy. One time my ex and I got stuck on a road. We were trying to go up to Lombard Street, right, with the bricked
Mhm.
road. And it's really steep to get to the entrance, just like the whole street. And our car was old and it stopped right at the beginning of that first part that isn't bricked yet. And we had to back out in the
Oh
middle
my
of
God.
San Francisco traffic. It was horrible. Funny story. But yes, California is filled with hills and you have to deal with them. People have
Yeah,
problems
I have
with
like a huge
plans.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a huge one. It's like the highest peak of like the mountain that I live on. So like I'm on the highest hill. So like just to walk up there, it's like it's a good workout, put it that way. So these salt cedars, they trimmed them down, just stuff like that.
Holy, so they won't touch the power lines for at least a while, right? You'd hope that they would have
Yeah.
done it more than
But
just for the season.
yeah, they kind of cleaned them up and made a little like a pathway, just cut them up a little bit. But other than that, I still need to like do some more researching to like literally say, "Hasta la vista, sayonara, salt cedars."
Right. And
Yeah.
so you had mentioned that you didn't think that they would be good for wood chips. And so we just ran a search. Let's just actually go right back to it. And it says that no, salt cedar or tamarisk, is it tamarisk?
It's invasive. Like it's
Interesting.
nothing but
Okay.
pure like salt. Like nothing can grow there. Like it sucks. I'm gonna
I
my
wonder if that's because I'm not sure. There is an invasive species that's really problematic in Colorado, tamarisk. I thought. See, it's invasive as well. So this is what I'm thinking of.
yeah,
This
one
is
right there.
invasive as
That
well. So
green
how crazy that they're so close in name. Okay, um,
one is.
what's that?
That green one that you had, the pink one or whatever, I think it was pink. The green, it's green. So it's kind of, keep going up. It looks like that right there, the
Like
bottom
this
one.
one. But
Like
I
the one on
think
the
it's a
bottom of the
different.
hill. Yeah.
Well, I think it's just two different spellings. Okay, so I'm familiar with this, and then Google originally pulled up the X variation, but maybe it's the same plant.
Like speed, not
Let's
same
see,
speed,
our
but
salt cedars. Um,
like how many species of salt cedars are there? Like within
yeah,
their family.
okay, okay. The Tamarix genus. Okay, and some of them are really pretty, like this one here. I mean, that's gorgeous, but they're horrible, and they pull thousands of gallons of water because they're a desert plant. So they're growing all along like the Colorado River and the probably down into the Rio Grande, and I just can't think of the river in Durango for the moment. Oh gosh, it's just escaping me. But all of these rivers in Colorado, they're just being invaded by these plants and they pull thousands and thousands of gallons of water out of the soil. Now, in your area, they're going to be in a more an environment much more like where they come from in the Middle East, where they really do have to work to get that water, but they're not good. They're
Like
super not good. Yeah.
my plumbing system.
Right.
Yeah,
And so
it's horrible.
plus they're not good for mulch, right? They're just horrible, horrible plants. They're really hard to get rid of. If you burn them, they release more seeds. And like if you touch them, they're like poof, seeds, poof, seeds. They're an incredible pain in the butt. They're a problem, right? So I didn't realize that you were dealing with the same plant in that area with what we've been talking about, right? Very interesting. And then, okay, and Vanessa, were we talking about, oh, yes, okay. And so this is about Tammy too. I don't know about you, Kindez. The class earlier today, Country Living and Business, we had Vanessa and Benny and a few other people. Wendy from our regular group was there as well. And I was talking about the fact that my husband and I are quitting smoking, and it has to happen. So I just didn't know how we were going to make it happen. He has never really tried the way that I've tried. I've tried for like 10 years pretty seriously, for 2 years very seriously, and I'm not getting anywhere. And so he found these products that are not vaping. They're not nicotine at all. They're, for sure, one of them is purely essential oil based. And this is what Vanessa was talking about. She's got to get some things shifted around on the back end, hopefully. And let's try to find that phone number, actually, Vanessa. So let's just say Puffy Air. And, oh, let's just start all over. And these are just so great because I really like that when you breathe out, and you're supposed to breathe out through your nose. And I'm not an affiliate, just like I was saying earlier, I'm not an affiliate. I have no connection with these. We are just trying them out. We have the first round of these products ourselves, but they're going to really help us, right? And so let's say contact phone number. And it doesn't look like they're going to allow that. Oh, wait, no. Oh, you might try this one, Vanessa. This is their phone number for Walmart sales. Apparently, you can maybe get it at Walmart. I didn't know that. That's good to know. So let's go ahead and we'll throw that into the chat along with the overall puffyair.com website. And then there's one other product that my husband had come across, and I think it's called Foom. I think that's what the accent, the 2 dots on the U for Foom, F-U-M, the good habit. So cute. I was telling everybody earlier, Tammy, that there are these, and Kendez, you weren't there with us earlier, there are these like tattoo style angel wings and a halo. Like it's still bad, but it's the good habit. It's really cute. They send you stickers and everything, at least if you get the refillable one, right? They just have these little cores that I believe probably have essential oils. They say natural flavors somewhere when we were looking earlier, but it's a flavored air device, and you just breathe it in. That's that fidget element that I was talking to Charity about.
I have one of those.
Okay, and do you like it?
It's just like smoking air. Like
right.
So
it's not my favorite either, but the Puffy Air one, Tammy, when you breathe it out, there's actually essential oil vapor because it's a diffuser. And so it's an essential oil diffuser. And I can show you how they work. I have a diffuser for essential oils always right here beside me because my dogs are just my dogs. They are stinky, and that's what dogs do. So let me try to get it. Cord is stuck, of course. A long cord, but okay, so oops, use my viewing there. I'm gonna have to edit that. Okay, thank God I can do that now. Moved on me. Okay, so here it is, right? And I'm just going to, wait, it's not too full. Turn that on there. And I forget, that's when you turn it on for multiple hours. Okay, so it's lit up. You guys can't really fully see it. It's got a light that goes with it there, and it's got water in it. And then I just put the essential oils in it. And then I don't know if you can really see. Got it. Let me get something black.
Can you unpin yourself? Can you unpin yourself?
Oh,
And
yeah, that's a good idea. Hold on. Let me get everything set up a little bit better. Okay, and so then I can't do it great. I don't have the greatest camera set up. So let me think, what am I doing here? Stop share. And then, okay, so you have this device, and then can you see that little cloud of air vapor or water vapor that's coming out behind, like on my phone? Can you guys see that at all?
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's it. It's just water. There's nothing in there but water and essential oils. And so it's really quite neat for both for the diffuser of my area here and for what I like. Oh my goodness, my camera is not any fun. Okay, so really great. That's all it's doing is I don't know exactly how it works. I've watched it when I took the little lid off of it, and it almost looks like dry ice the way it functions down at the bottom, but of course there's no dry ice in it. So I don't really understand the principles of it, but it is really nice. And it's not putting out a bunch of toxic chemicals like the Glade or Sensi or some of those do. And so I agree with Tammy. My husband does like this one, but we stopped our subscription of it. And instead we just got more of the puffy air. And this one is different. So when you breathe out of your nose, it breathes that same kind of vapor out of your nose, and you actually see it like as if it were smoke. It's not. It's essential oils and water, but there's this vapor that comes out. And so it's really nice. And so with everybody having all of this connection, we decided that we'd have some sort of little something here in Collectively Rewilding as like a quit support group, right? And so let's go into our class for tonight. You know, it really doesn't go with gardens and more, so let's just go with news and updates for this one, guys. I don't want to put it in member meetups because that's Tammy's. It's kind of more really like that kind of a thought, but we'll put it in news and updates, at least for now. Maybe I'll create something tonight so that it'll be more appropriate. So first of all, also we have the report that I created for the Lesko Help community. All right, and that's the smoking cessation series. And so I'll share that as the beginning part of the post because there are free resources in this one, right? So that's super awesome. And I have them back here. There's Nicorette gum and patches that I got for free. They were also supposed to do this like support and encouraging style campaign of text and emails, but they didn't do that. So it is what it is, and the gum has been helpful. I haven't tried one of the patches. I've never been super excited about that. I don't really feel like it's so much the nicotine as the activity for me. My husband is quitting more because he's the one that just has to quit, and I really, really want to quit. So we're doing this together 100%, but I already smoke more than he does. And he leaves to go to work, whereas obviously I work out of my home, and so he can smoke both of them in his office environment because they actually have an essential oils diffuser in the office. They've decided that it's the same basic thing if he stays actually in his office, not just the overall environment of the office. He can use the puffy air and he can use the fume in the overall office or in the plant or anywhere, right? And it's something that you can do in your cars. If you don't smoke in your cars, I don't smoke in my car. He doesn't smoke in his car already. So that's something when he's stuck in traffic, like he has been the last couple of nights, he can do in his car, right? And so there's a lot of positive benefits. And the gum, the patches, there's also lozenges. So definitely something to check out. And I'll go ahead and I'll just notify everybody. And so I don't know if this is totally boring you, Candace. Hopefully you're not a smoker. We're all kind of smokers. Vanessa's not, I don't think. It doesn't sound like, but a related to or next of kin husband, right?
She's
So,
lying. She smokes cigarettes.
oh, don't feel like you need to keep that to yourself, my lady, right? It's something that we all just don't really
Yeah.
care for, right? And Tammy, you shouldn't have outed her. We all get to have our secret.
It's not outing.
Okay. It's just that you're in the same situation. Your husband has gotten news that needs it imperative. My husband's gotten news makes it imperative. And so, yeah, we'll support our men and then our families and our own health at the same time, as well as our wallets, hopefully. I'm hoping that, like I said, I got that 4-pack. It sounds like you decided to do the same thing, and hopefully it actually is cheaper than cigarettes. I do not think it'll be more expensive. So even if I buy another round, it's still $100 cheaper than what we were spending for cigarettes, just as my comparison. And I don't buy single packs, we buy cartons, right? And so we're collectively rewilding. Well, definitely cigarettes are not a wild or natural type of a activity, right? So, and I think about it all the time, all the arable land that's in lawns, well, is it not the same thing for something like tobacco? It doesn't have really any medicinal qualities. I mean, there's a kind of funny part in a House episode for any of you who ever watched House, and he tells the guy, because he's having to do clinic duty and he hates it, so he's really super extra sarcastic and smart ass and mean, and he tells the guy that has IBS, right? Irritable bowel syndrome, that if he smokes 2 cigarettes a day, that it'll control his symptoms. But I don't even know if that's true. And obviously it's not something that somebody would want to do. So no real medicinal value, no food value, no decorative value, no like even smell good value or anything. There's nothing but these death sticks that they create, right? So yeah. And then it is Mr. Benny and my mom is a non-smoker too, Candace, if you are not a smoker, but of course she definitely wants me to quit smoking cigarettes. It's never been a positive conversation in my household. My mom and dad do not smoke cigarettes. My grandparents don't smoke cigarettes. Both of my grandfathers did, but they quit when they were quite young, and so it's a no-no, right? Oh, my grandmother did used to smoke, my paternal grandmother, but she quit a decent amount of time ago. Yeah, definitely not the thing. And so we'll do that little group. I don't know if we'll have a meeting. I don't know exactly. It was just a thought of the moment, because this is something that's, you know, really a positive action. And I do feel like it fits our ideology here in Collectively Rewilding, and that those of us, for that many within our core group who are having this unhealthy, very unnatural habit. I mean, I guess it's not fully, it has become unnatural if you're smoking anything other than like native spirits, right? Because of all the chemicals. So it is like totally unnatural. We can go back to tribal times when it was used in a ceremonial purpose, when it didn't have all the additives and all of that nasty. And who knows if they even actually inhaled it into their lungs. It may have been more like cigars, where you just breathe it into your mouth and breathe it out. I've never done any research on it, right? But it was a definitely different situation than habitual daily use of a highly synthetic chemical product that's addictive and harmful, carcinogen. I don't believe that actual nicotiana, the plant that is tobacco, is a carcinogen. Those are deliberately added chemicals that are carcinogens, right? So very much a theme that I think fits our community. And no matter how large we grow, we'll always have people coming in that are in a similar situation. So really, I think it's a good thing to think about. So we may have 6 events coming up. Oh my gosh, I feel so overwhelmed by all of the different live events, and I think they're all so wonderful, and I want to do them all, and that's why I did have to take that little break. I was trying not to. I tried to be there for all of them, and that was really probably counterproductive, but it was so wonderful to take that break. And so, Candace, Anita, Benny, anything going on in your worlds, in your garden thoughts or processes or anything of that nature?
Last night I put the cucumbers in the ground.
Nice, nice. Did they feel like they were ready and it felt good? The soil's all ready for them. Your weather's good.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of did it at night because like the way my sleep schedule is like right now I'm like at a school, like doing some work at a school. And so
I
after I
didn't
get,
realize that you were in school, Candace. You'll have to tell us about that.
Mhm. So when I get home, I take like a 4 hour nap so that I could, do all of my business. Like I just got done applying for being a substitute teacher and a private tutor at the,
Oh,
I don't know, ritzy school. So, yeah. But
congratulations on even putting out the feelers, and I wish you success. I think that you present a very nice professional image, and you have such a wonderful presentation of self and your voice, and your conversations are always so lively and presentable. You would be an amazing educator. Have you
oh,
done that already before?
yeah,
Nice.
a
What
lot.
kind of subjects do you teach, or what is your process?
Well, my background's in physics.
Oh,
I got
wow.
a degree in
Huh. Okay. So you're my like mental nemesis.
ah,
Okay. I understand. Continue, please. I've
maybe.
always tried to wrap my mind around some of these physical theories that are out there, like the spaceship and the light and all this. I'm just like, okay. So please let us know some more. This is very interesting.
What are you talking about? What's so nemesis about it? It's just
Math.
I thought,
I'm a total English brain, and
oh,
so
we
it's
are nemesis.
unfortunate. My parents have both solid English and math skills. My father's an electrician, and my mom worked in banks for years and years. And but it's my kryptonite.
Yeah, I'm still learning English myself.
Oh no. No, my mother's side of the family, particularly English, is just like we're up in that top percentile there with English. But for me myself, math, I failed I didn't graduate. I got my GED, but I got a 100%, or no, that was for my ACTs. But I got a really high reading score across the board and did well in science and history and things. But I failed in math completely. I don't remember. It was like and I did the same thing on the ACTs. There you have, I got 100% on my reading comprehension, and I got 36 on my math. It's just an absolute fail. So it was not good.
Dude, when I was taking my AP psychology test, like to try to get the credit, there was a
Mm-hmm.
question asking about like pneumatics, but I didn't know that that was the word. I was like, what is pneumona? I never seen this word before, so how can I answer the question? I look to my right, and this guy's drawing like a poodle. You know what I mean? I look to my left, and I can't see what they got going on. So I'm like, I don't know how to answer this question because,
No, I only had one. I think it was in the community college, but it was very comparable. I took one class and I didn't. I dropped that class. Psychology is not English. Psychology is a whole different thing than English.
everybody
I'm
got
I'm
uh,
taking it you didn't finish your psychology either,
well, I mean, I did. We
did you?
we
Okay.
trolled like our project. We had a project that we did like last second, and we did it on Deja Vu. They tried to send us to the state, and we are like, dude, all of that was pulled out of our, you know, bung holes at the last second too. We're not going to the state. We're not trying to do none of that.
Well,
We'll
congratulations on managing to pull it off at least, right? And that's funny. Yeah. So physics and psychology, I can see how that isn't really the same kind of mentality either, though. But yeah, I replaced that class. It wasn't like I just walked out and bailed on it. I I got a different class. So yeah, funny stuff. All right. So, and anyone else? Anything? Ken does more with your cucumbers. Anything going on out in that wild world?
well, with the cucumbers, I mean, they
Did you
had
put mulch? I mean, what is it? A raised garden bed? Is it right in the ground? I think you said you were going to go right in the ground. Is that right?
so I pulled back the mulch, dug like a trench, put
Okay.
like six of them in there,
Mm-hmm.
refilled it back with the dirt,
All right.
re-mulched it.
You know, being and that's in ground, right? You might consider putting out some. Let me just go into gardenery really quick. Excuse me, guys. With those oils, they're helping your body to pull the phlegm out. So I'm kind of having a lot of phlegm on my throat, but I can tell the difference even. It's not like a stick. It's like it's gonna work its way out, and it's not super pleasant. So okay, so gardenary. And we're looking for, oh, how did she say it? Let's say camouflage. I don't know how to spell. No, that's not going to be it. Okay. They were Defender. See if that's going to pull it up. No. It acted like it was going to pull something up. She has this whole thought process. Let's just go into featured. I know I featured it, and it's a ways back. She's got a lot of great, great thoughts. And in fact, I want to talk to you guys about it just for a moment. No, surely I featured it. I've been having trouble with, I don't know, I haven't checked in collectively rewilding, or I mean in Lesko Help too, but it won't pull up all of the feed. And I'm like, excuse you. Okay, no, I didn't put it in featured. Okay, so let's look at it with this kind of a view and scroll back a ways. Hopefully it will scroll back for us. And it's about these plants that, and no, it's not going to let me unless I missed it, but that could be the end, that she calls like your bouncers and your distractors or something. She has this whole cute little thing that she talks about, and I'm not finding it. It's too bad. It's really great the way that she talks about it, and I'm guessing it's just Mighty Networks. They've been having some glitches lately. Let's just try pesticides aren't working, but I don't think that this is it. Oh, it is. Okay, so I'm going to tag you in this. And she talks about planting flowers around the thing that you want to protect that that are great. They're great for your soil. They're great for pollinators and things. They'll bring in good bugs and repel the bad bugs. Things like marigold, dill. I can't remember some of the other examples that she specifically uses in here, but they're quick, easy growing type plants for the majority of the ones that I remember. And you can plant them right around in there. Just put the seeds right in the ground in the mulch, and that would be super fun, and it would protect your plants. So I'm going to tag you in here because they really do like cucumbers, right? And where you only have cucumbers, if you have them attack one plant, they're most likely going to get to all of them. And so this is how you could push that away from being a likelihood. Okay, really fun, really easy, really inexpensive seeds that she talks about in here. And of course, she does sell products, and that's what I actually want to talk to you guys about. Not about selling anything to you at all. We're in here for free. We do things for free or low cost as much as possible, right? So this is a webinar that it's a series of webinars that she's been putting out. I like blasted it in the community, but I don't think anybody joined me. And I watched Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Today was like a reflection day. Tomorrow's the final one, and it's going to be the best one. She said, if you missed any of them, whatever, that's not cool, come to them all, but don't miss Friday. And I've already mentioned it to some other types of business owners that her thought process is really good and would transfer to a lot of industries. And so it's a garden coach business kickstart, right? And she just has all of these brilliant, brilliant thoughts. And I went through the first webinar again tonight at 2.5 speed so that I could get through the parts that are a little bit more just chit-chatty. They're the example stories and stuff, and they have value at a point, but I don't have time for that. So this is all of what I wrote down just from listening to her webinar, because it was just so brilliant on ways that you can create a clientele for yourself outside of your friends and family. It's not fun to try to get money from your friends and family. And though she uses the gardening industry, so many of the industries that any of us would be interested in, whether gardening or others, have large dollar amounts attached to those industries. And the gardening industry is at $150 billion currently. So people are out there spending that money. And so when you're talking about with your business, Candace, and I think your business is trending towards that more, physics type of thought process. I can't remember what your business is, if you wouldn't mind sharing it with us.
Well, I mean, I have like a tax and credit business, like financial.
So you could absolutely use her thought process, and I have all the secondary pieces and things. And so what she did, and what I really remember, it's going to be from the second webinar. I'm going to watch that again after class tonight. And she talks about how she spread the word in her community. And anyone that has anything that would be, you know, if you're trying to like create some sort of service for, I don't know, gathering all of the recyclable glass in your area or something, that's not going to be something you're just looking to service with customers, right? Bringing in customers. That's a bigger enterprise beyond individual service. But for something like what you're talking about, or for garden coaching, and she has a whole bunch of other things, I'll post all of those replays here in the community in Gardenary for you. I need to get that done. I couldn't see them just on her YouTube channel, though they're posted on her YouTube channel. I think it's a private playlist, which is super cool, but I can get them for you guys. And it's just all these different things that she's even utilizing. That technique is something that I feel is a great business approach, right? And so, and then that's really more of a kind of topic that belongs in Quinn Bee Academy, which I would love to see anybody that is looking to build a community-based business. She's got so much that would be helpful, even if you're not doing an online community like this. And I don't want to steal her thunder. I think it's just too amazing. I share what the books are and everything that I read, but that's really something that I would love to do a class for Quinn Bee Academy that talks about all of these different things as from just a business sense, because it could definitely be transferred to so many, just as this garden coaching example. And so for you, Kendez, like going to local libraries, and that's something I'd already thought of myself, or for family centers, or for golf clubs, or, you know, all these different, and she talks about all these different things in it. I don't even know that those are the necessary examples that she utilized, but she just got my brain all fired up around all these different ways that you can do things and bring in clientele. And so some of the others that she goes through might not be as useful for you, Kendez, but that second one, and I will make sure when I go through tonight, and I'll tag you in it, just the way that she went out into her community, first in Houston, and then I think she's in Nashville now, and she built these one-on-one businesses with people, and the ways that she approached people to get those customers started. Really, really engaging way of talking to her audience, and very, very insightful thought process.
That was exciting.
Yeah, right? It's really great. I tried to tell Misty Folds about it. I think she may be too busy. She does her Reiki business, right? And of course, one of the things that I do remember, her name is Nicole Burke, I believe, and she talked about yoga communities. And of course, that would be a great outreach for you as well. Everybody has to do taxes. So, you know, there's a lot of play in there, but she really, I mean, she just blew my mind. I'd thought about things like coffee clubs or bookstores or the library, but I don't think she even mentioned one of those, right? So really, really neat thoughts. And I will definitely share those in here with you guys. And that's definitely something I'm going to be pursuing. I am going to give everything I have to continue to make this online forum what I see for all of us, where we have all of these different types of content creators that are working in these interactive classes like what we're doing right now. And yet I need to make money as well. I want that nonprofit element. Of course, as a nonprofit, you can pay yourself a reasonable salary if you have the funding to do so and whatever. But I would like to make enough money to start an intentional community and then help other people start their intentional communities, right? And another intentional, I want to, I have all these things that I would love to do, and that requires large capital. So starting here, she has $1 million business, and she actually teaches people more intensely. She's giving out this free webinar, which already, I promise you, following some of her thoughts is going to expand anyone's business. And then I'm seriously considering, if her price is reasonable, joining her coaching business. And I'm not trying to sell that to you guys. I don't think that that's something that anybody is at a level with their gardening practices, from what we've talked about, that would be something that they would really, be wanting to pursue or whatever. But the ideology behind the business strategies can apply to so many different people and their industries. It doesn't just apply to the gardening and landscaping industry, right? So definitely, for those of you interested, and Tammy, of course, where you're at, she talks about doing that too. And that's where she started, actually, is selling things like where you're talking about selling your aloe. So it would definitely be something that you may be interested in watching. And the types of businesses that she's talking about doing, you could absolutely do. You and Daryl could absolutely do 100%. And if you do work together to get some hands-on experience with food preserving, I wouldn't be surprised if you could do something with that. But it would be very simple for you once you take your master gardening class, or certification, excuse me, to go out and do exactly what Nicole Burke and Gardenary are talking about, and make a real go of this. I mean, you guys, you want to turn your house into $1 million house. Beyond the grants and things that you're already utilizing to work towards that, and doing what you guys are doing, all this hard work in your yard and everything, this could be something that could accomplish that goal as well for you guys. It's amazing what she's doing. It's pretty neat. All right, any more thoughts, questions? Anything at all? Tammy, if you are thinking, Kendez says he's interested, he's going to go and watch the second one. Like I said, I don't know that the first or third will have a tremendous amount of value for you. I'm watching the fourth one tomorrow. I will definitely tag you in that one, Kendez, as well, if it has further applicability for you. All right?
Okay.
No one? Everybody's good? I'm telling you, Tammy, she started the way that you're talking about starting. You should definitely watch these videos when I post them. And you should join me tomorrow. It's going to be at 10 o'clock a.m. your time. And you can sign up at gardenary.com. So let's just grab that link for you. I have it up right here. This is actually the hub. So this is the hub for the whole thing that she's been doing over this week. Okay, it has all 3 of the different videos that she's already done, the replays, as well as the workbook that goes along with it. Download the workbook. And then I do have the additional cheat sheets that she's given away at the end of each of those 3 that I can share with you guys. So anybody that's interested, countdown, 16 hours, 2 minutes, 12 seconds. I really like the ways that this lady talks. She's very personable. She approaches you like a real person, and she's got some really brilliant thoughts to share with everyone. Just great. Did I get the post? I did. Okay. So if you guys are interested in joining along, you can add it to your calendar and everything for tomorrow right here at this hub. So great. She's so much fun too. She really is. She wanted to make gardening ordinary again. So that's where the Gardenary title came from. I figured that that's something along the ways of what she was thinking, but it's in her little workbook, right? A couple little pages that kind of talk about what she did and how she did it. And she's done 3 books, and she's a multi-million-dollar business now, right? And then she has people that she's coached that didn't really want to be a multi-million-dollar business, but they wanted to do some of this for whatever their reasons were. And if you want to watch it, Miss Tammy, I'll let you do that. But it's great. And when you go, now that it's a replay, you guys don't have to listen to the whole thing at normal speed if you don't want to. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I love that feature where I can speed up the videos so that I can actually manage to fit a few of them into my crazy busy schedule. All right, before we read out the calendar, anybody, any thoughts at all?
Do you have that number?
Oh, yes. I apologize, Vanessa. Did I not share that for you? Let's see. This is Zoom. I copied it. Let me just go and get back to our post that we had there. All I ended up doing was sharing the actual report and to overall resources, but I know I copied that phone number for you. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put Puffy Air contact number, question mark. Hopefully it works for you. Okay, but it does look like email is their primary source, Vanessa. So I do believe that you'll be able to get help, though. You said you already emailed them about getting the situation corrected.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and I didn't. Let me just.
I was just so in a hurry. I didn't even notice the address was to my house in Somerset, Texas. I'm like, oh no. When I got the receipt for my order, I looked at it. I was like, oh no.
Oh, that's too bad, right? I do think you'll be able to get it corrected, though. I think it shouldn't be too difficult. All right, because my FUMs came pretty quick. They came within, I want to say, like 4 days, 5 days at most. But then it was at least 2 or 3 days, maybe even 4 days later, that the Puffy Airs came in. All right, guys. Anything else at all? All right, let's jump into that calendar. And Miss Tammy, are you going to be ready this Saturday?
Hopefully I have like 2 Michelle lives and then my live. So I'm like, I have
Let's
2
check that
lives.
out, actually, right?
I think Michelle has 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, and
Yeah.
then 1 on. So it's kind
It's
of like back to back.
for you for the first one, and I can't remember for the second one. So medical help is at 1 o'clock your time, and coffee and grants is at 4 o'clock your time. So it
Yeah.
is at a time period where you can make it, but if you don't want to, you can pick if you don't want to do all of them. Just let me know if that's going to be
No,
the case.
no, I want to do that. I'm just talking about the gardening one. Like it's like right back to back. Like mine starts at
You
12.
can also modify the time.
Yeah, can you modify it? Like that's like 2, like that's like 3. So maybe like Sunday if possible, because then that'd be like more of
Sundays are
like
a little hard because LH2 calendar is so full.
yeah.
Let's look at Sunday. I think early. Can you do an earlier on Sunday, like at 1 o'clock your time on Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Because I still have to set up like the little sprinkler thingy bobber, the spray thingy. Yeah, on the thingy, and then did all the aloe, took them all out, and gonna transplant those. So yeah, gonna.
And you did put them in the pots already, or you're still working to get
No,
them?
they're still. I put them in. I give them a haircut
You know
today.
what? If you can't afford to get all those pots because that's so many, you can also do big bags. They have big bags. Have you
Yeah.
considered that option?
Not yet. Right now I'm giving them a haircut. They need a haircut.
Totally. Well,
Yeah.
if you do struggle with that at all, we used bags and it worked. It worked pretty well. Some of them came in black and I was like really questioning it when I got them, and those plants struggled more, so I would definitely not get any in black, but they have them in green and
Okay.
maybe in like a burlap color, and you can get really big ones. We got them that were big enough for pepper plants and sweet potato and potato plants and things.
Yeah,
So
we got a few big pot thingamabobbers like around the yard, but there's like a lot of like I think I had gotten pulled out like 30, 14 or 30 or something. There's
there's
just
a lot in there, right? And so it's going to be a pretty pricey venture to try to put all of those in pots. So would you like me to
yeah.
put up a link for garden bags?
Well, I haven't decided yet. I'm probably gonna put a couple in one big one, because there's
Oh,
there's a few couple
you
big
can
ones,
do
and
those
then
like really big corrugated metal
yeah,
planters. Hmm.
yeah. So yeah, just trying to
And
figure out.
would you just do that up on your porch?
Uh, I have no honestly I have no idea where I'm gonna put these bad boys because there's so many, and I don't want to put them in the sun because then they'll
Right.
start turning brown. So I
Like
gotta
you're
put them in
talking
half
about.
sun, half shade. Maybe on the side of the house or I haven't figured it out
Might
yet,
pot
but
them up and sell
yeah,
half of them, you
for
know?
sure. Yeah, for sure, totally. My husband was putting it all over his face today. He was having
It's
an
great
aloe
for you,
party.
right?
You start eating it. I'm like, dude, you're But it was like they're really juicy. He's like, I'm like, you can have them all you want, man. But I was just trimming them, because they haven't been trimmed or cut in, I don't know, 7 years. So they needed a manicure and a pedicure today.
Oh, they're beautiful plants. So definitely something fun to deal with. All right, guys. So modified time. Next class is going to be this Sunday, September 14th. And here's my dog. She knows the drill, right? Sunday, September 14th at 12 o'clock noon Pacific, 1 o'clock p.m. Mountain, 2 o'clock p.m. Central, and 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And I will be back with you guys on Sunday as well, the 14th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 Central, and 10:30 Eastern. All right, everybody. Please feel free to unmute and say good night.
Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night.
I
Go all weekend, you guys.
Yeah,
Have a great
definitely. It's almost here. I hope you all do enjoy it. Good night, guys. Thank you for a great conversation.
Bye.
Bye.